So Git is a version control system. However, before I explain what Git is in more detail, let's actually talk about what version control is and why this is useful to developers. So a version control system, or VCS for short, is software that can store and maintain information about each and every change made to files and directories, which are also known as artifacts, and these files and directories are brought under its control against a specific version. So let's say that I've got a file called hello.txt being managed by my version control system. When I originally created this file, let's say that it was assigned a version number by my VCS 1.0. Now if I go ahead and make a change to hello.txt, it will then be assigned a new version number, say 1.1. So how does this actually help us as developers? Well, a VCS, a version control system, records history of all changes to a file or files against a specific version number. Now, generally speaking, this is called the commit history. You can switch to a particular version of a file in a commit history at any point in time. What that means is you can revert to a previous version whenever necessary. Now, not only can you switch files to any version of your choice, you can also revert an entire project if you decide to a previous state or version. Now, this can be really useful to developers if you find that some recent change to your project or changes have introduced bugs or some other problem in the project. Also, in the case of a company with many developers, you can find out version-specific information about any files, such as who made the change, when the change was made, and also what code was changed easily using a version control system. Now, another useful feature of a version control system is comparing changes between different versions of a file or files, which sometimes proves really useful to a developer, particularly if you're debugging a particular issue or just wanting to know what's actually changed, or even what another developer has changed in the code. So there are numerous other advantages and features that a version control system can offer, but the ones I've outlined are the major ones. So a version control system can play a really important part or role to developers, whether you're a sole developer working by yourself or working in a company with many developers. Now, I've been using the term developers throughout this video, but keep in mind that a version control system is really not just for developers. So people in related roles can benefit, such as a graphics web designer who perhaps might benefit by storing different versions of an image or layout, etc. that they've designed for clients. It's really any person who wants to store multiple versions of a file will find a version control system to be really useful. Alright, so let's now move on to the next video.